Okay, so the game being chaotic, especially when the theme is like dreams and stuff, it's actually good. Because you're aware that it's a dream, you tolerate that some things don't make sense, but you're still trying to make sense because there's always a logic, man. There's always a logic, there's always a reason for things to be the way they are, even if they seem illogical. Like, there's a reason for the illogical part. So what this text is telling me is that this game is expected or hopes to, like, encourage you through dark times, which should be achieved through clear storytelling, like maybe some background audio. The flaw with the first level is that there are two things. First, the visual. The first thing that you see when you go into the game is that it's all black. So this gives you the false impression that the entire gameplay will be made in this visual style. It might seem to you like it's lazy, which is all false. And it also communicated this when the first level is this long. Like, you spend so much time in there without being engaged necessarily. Considering it's all black, you don't really look at anything, right? So that level just felt super long, and it gives you the false message that, oh, that's how the game looks. The second level distracts you with some fun platformer stuff, but the problem is that when you fall, it's very punishing. The useless beach, don't know what's that supposed to symbolize. It seems like the dark stuff is communicated through speech bubbles, which I necessarily don't look at, because after a few bubbles, I'm like just thinking about the obstacles. I'm looking at the visual stuff. I'm not reading at this point. So maybe the game could use like audio cues, voice lines, which it already has some, for its storytelling, communicate what it symbolizes. Then there's this level, which I love a lot, man. Like, just this view, this here, you being in this person, it's just so immersive. So I'm interested to know, like, how would it feel if the game started this way? And let's say it's maybe dark, because you're going to sleep. Then boom, then you're just playing through different stuff. This level, Theo Water. This level is awesome. So you go into the water, and then it just shifts. Like, I'm a fan of that. This contrast of like, oh, it's cheerful, and then poof, goes towards something extreme. This is fun. However, when I'm getting the jump scare here, like the jump scare here kind of communicates to me that all the like deaths, all the jump scares seem kind of random. That's kind of the vibes that I'm getting when I'm getting the jump scare here. And maybe I was exploring, instead of the jump scare, when the timer runs out, something is being released out here to chase you. When I was hearing the audio cues of the timer ending, I was like, wait, is there like something swimming towards me? Like, is there a shark or something? Like, I like the environment of this level. It seems like things past the second level, maybe the third, but I think it's a cool contrast. Things past the second level are giving more of a scary vibe. This here is maybe how the first level should be. Like, I'm more of a fan of this setting. However, they're just throwing at you enemies like very fast and infinitely. So I just gave up, but like, I like this. This is, I think, how the first level should be, kinda. Like, it shows you enough versus this darkness. Like, the visibility is so dark, and because it's so long and big, it gives you the illusion that maybe that's how the entire game will be. And I'm a big fan of this level here. And like, the audio cues is also, like, this could be used for storytelling. If the game wants you to feel like... There's a lot of reading, and some readings are delivered through speech bubbles, which I'm not sure if it's efficient, at least to me, because at some point I just don't pay attention to them. So maybe the audio cues would be more efficient, but then you would maybe need like to hear the bullies and all that. If you hear like the little kids or the assholes like making fun of you, that would be a more efficient way to communicate like what's actually going on. Because there's no way that me personally I'm gonna read all that. Like, I'm visually a fan of this level here, but I didn't spend a lot of time here, so that helps. Like, if it was super long and it was just trees all around, that would be the same as almost the first level. And then there's the level where you're naked. You have to jump over things, and then it tells you didn't jump over everything, right? And I'm like, fuck this. So, not necessarily clear what everything symbolizes, especially the one where you're naked, but overall, good concept. From the storytelling perspective, to communicate clearer what's going on, maybe a bunch of more audio cues, more voice lines. Is there cutscenes here?
Impossible. Yes, Iris, it's me. Do you remember me? I thought I'd lost you too. Lost? You have no idea what it means to lose, Iris.
Yeah, the cutscene looks good.
I didn't know how to help you.
Okay, we have a storytelling element. It's cool. Where there's cutscenes in there, like once you pass some levels, those are like good storytelling tricks. That serves as a good transition between the levels and make it seem like less random.
Again. That nightmare again. But until then...
Damn, that's awesome. If people are pushed to skip levels and they cannot finish or they're too impatient to finish a long level, they're missing out on stuff here. Those cutscenes are awesome. Well, except maybe the first one that was very abstract. Don't really know what to read from it. I also wanted to say, I just thought about it. What they could do, I imagine, is when you're progressing at the start, I mentioned audio cues. Have things scream at you, just like here. Because once you go up there, all you have is just platformer stuff. Maybe these platforming challenges can represent something. Like each obstacle here is accompanied by something that tries to bully you just to distract you. Okay, so that was Iris by LunaNova.